I don't know. So chapter 3 is called Punches. A whole chapter of this book. And notice I went for the kind of historian's recreation of following Jerry Thomas. The Savoy, it just lists ingredients A to Z, so I wouldn't expect to find punches called out in there.
Right.
For nearly 200 years, from the 1670s to the 1850s, the kingdom of mixed drinks was ruled by the bowl of punch, a large-bore mixture of spirits, citrus, sugar, water, and spice that bears the same relation to the anemic concoctions that pass under its name today. The gladiatorial combat does to a sorority pillow fight.
Well, there you go. I think that's... Did I kind of touch on that? That it's like a softer, more like fruity...
I'm not sure if I should be offended.
Punchy. Oh, the sorority fight portion of it?
Just teasing.
It's a sexist call on from the 1800s. That's weird.
Yeah, you're right.
That's weird. Could have been written from 20 years ago and still have the same sexist connotation.
Is David Wondrich going to get canceled?
Nah, don't cancel.
Sorority pillow fight.
Apparently he's never been in a sorority knife fight.
Now we're talking.
Hi, sorority.
Yeah, motherfucker.
I'm just gassed from reading that sentence. That was a long sentence.
That was long since you're like, whoa.
You see the banana part that I was talking about?
I'll fast forward to a notable recipe from here, from this chapter. I guess I'll go with the first one, section called Brandy Punch.
Brandy punch. Brandy seems like a gross and punch.
Yeah, it was one of the first liquors made out of old grapes left over from wine, so it makes sense.
I guess we mix anything with fruit and sugar.
In Yankee land, the papers say, Barnum talks Maine law all day, but beneath his monster show, Brandy Punch is all the go.
Wow. Is this whole book like a big book of like old like
calls?
Is it even like alliteration? What the hell are we dealing with here?
Those would be advertisements, wouldn't they? Or those
is that like an
preacher
like,
warnings?
Is this person's words?
Don't head to the Yankee land. Barnum will get you.
In Jerry Thomas's hands, the individual brandy punch is the very epitome of the fancy drink. Indeed, he felt so strongly about it that one of the book's few illustrations was devoted to it.
Wow.
All right, here's the recipe. 1 tablespoonful raspberry syrup. 2 tablespoonfuls white sugar. 1 wine glass, or 2 ounces today, of water. 1.5 wine glass, or 3 ounces, of brandy. Half a small-sized lemon. 2 slices of orange. 1 piece of pine apple.
Is there a hyphen? Did you get a hyphen?
Yeah, there is a hyphen in the
I heard
pineapple.
it.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for recognizing that.
I appreciate it.
Sugar should be super fine. Notes on ingredients. The sugar should be super fine. The brandy cognac. And the berries, whatever strikes your fancy. That's a fun sentence.
That is a fun sentence. This whole thing's a little...
The brandy cognac.
Yep. They want it from the Champagne region, right? Of France. They want that particular kind.
I want none of that false brandy.
Right. Well, I will say I was just gonna get a little snooty about that, but now the more I think about it, I wonder though, when it comes to the subtleties of me using oak-aged white wine vinegar as opposed to oak-aged champagne vinegar, and there's a distinct difference for what I use. I wonder if that's the same kind of sharpness, because it has to do with the yeast that's used. The champagne yeast that's created in that. I mean, more than just it being in that region. So, curious. I wonder if maybe the bite of it, because you have a sharper bite, just like what we were talking about with this particular cognac that we used tonight. We used E&J or even a better brandy, like it'd be a lot softer and sweeter and more caramely. I wouldn't have that hot bite to it.